Hey guys, it is Saturday here in West Virginia, and as I mentioned in yesterday's unboxing video, that we were going to take a look at the Hot Wheels Premium Formula One Series 1 set. And I didn't realize until a couple days ago that there was actually two series. So yeah, this is Series 1 just now hitting my Walmart. I picked these up for a friend of mine. I know absolutely nothing about Formula 1. I'm not even a novice fan because honestly, I'm not a fan at all. I used to be a NASCAR fan, but I gave that up like almost 20 years ago. Uh, and when I first seen these things at Walmart yesterday, I thought it was only a 3-car set. Then I started looking closely and noticed that, well, there's different numbers on certain ones. They look identical, but there's two different numbers. Well, we'll take a look at actually my favorite of the six, or my favorite team of the three teams. Is this the Oracle Red Bull Racing RB20, and this is number 11 and number 1. Unlike NASCAR, these cars are identical. In NASCAR, they have different sponsors on the car of each teammate, so that's the one thing that makes this unique and so hard to see the difference when you're a novice beginner like me. But these are very nicely done, and I do like the detail on them. I do like the fact that they made special wheels and tires just for this series itself. Like before, if you remember, some of you may be too young, but back in the late 90s, early 2000s, Hot Wheels tried to do NASCAR, but they only signed with a few teams. They didn't sign with all of them. So it didn't go over so well with the NASCAR fans because Hot Wheels didn't make a car of each person, like, say, Action Racing Collectibles and things like that. But anyways, they just use random wheels on their cars that they had for others. At first, it was like the turbine wheels. Then they started making the slotted, like stock car wheels and using them. But yeah, these are really nicely done. Now, another thing that I've noticed about these, we'll just drop number 11 here and take a look at number 1. So, I don't know why it is this way, but they don't put a driver's name on the package. I don't even see a driver's name on the car. And even if it was there, it would probably be in signature style, and I wouldn't be able to read it because it's so tiny. But yeah, that was one thing that kind of surprised me, that there's no name of a driver on the car. Now you can see that the cars are almost identical. We'll pick up the other one here in a second and look at it. Even all the co-sponsor decals, everything is pretty much identical. The number placement is also the same. But it is there, but it's not like overwhelming like a NASCAR. You can see the little tiny one on the engine cover. At least that's what I believe that part is back here with the air intake. That kind of reminds me of like a pro stock drag racing scoop on a pro stock car. But that, I guess I'm calling the engine cover. So you can see the number 1, and it's on, I think, both sides, and then you have the number 1 up here between the front tires on the nose, and then you have a list of co-sponsors going down the front nose, and then you have the automotive brand back here on the side of the engine cover, which is Honda. And then that is number 1. So let's take a look at number 11. And once again, the decal placement, everything is the same, like the Mobile One on the front side of the spoiler, and the rear spoiler, and then bit by bit on the wing on the top of it and such. The only difference is the numbers as far as what I can see. Now, these look to be pretty big to me, in my opinion. Now, I understand that these are not based on an actual stock production vehicle, that these are made for and specifically racing. So I understand that the track and the wheelbase are going to be larger for handling purposes. Yeah, my point in saying that is that I think these are a little larger than 1/64 scale, which wouldn't shock me because we know Hot Wheels is not specific to brand, like not brand, but scale size, like brands such as Auto World that pride themselves in being exact 1/64 scale. So these being a tad bit bigger would not surprise me. They look to be like a 160 or maybe even a 158 or maybe even a little bigger than that, like a 155, maybe not quite a 155, but I would say a 160. So if you put this guy here, that is a true to scale 73 Plymouth Roadrunner. And these things are pretty big. And as you can see, the wheelbase is much larger on the F1 car. The track is not much bigger, but big enough. It's bigger. So I'm not sure if it is bigger than 1/64th or not. It looks to be to myself, but I don't know. I don't know the exact dimensions of these cars comparing to, say, a civilian type vehicle that's out on the road. So, anyways, that is your Team Red Bull. The two number 1 and number 11, another shot of them. So let's get them out of our way and we'll take a look at team number 2. And I guess we'll go with the other team name that I'm familiar with. This is Haas Racing, Haas. And this is familiar to me because he owns also a NASCAR team. And back in, I don't know, around 2005, 2006, somewhere in that range, somewhere between, say, 2005 and 2010. I think Tony Stewart bought part of the team and he managed the NASCAR team. And then I don't know if he still is part of it or he sold out because now he is a Top Fuel driver. So, and Tony Stewart used to race Indy cars too. So, kind of crazy. He's been in everything. But now back to these guys here. So, that's why I'm familiar with that team name. MoneyGram Haas F1 team, VF24. And you have number 27 and you have number 20. And we're going to see if we can find a manufacturer name somewhere on the car. But I'm not sure if I can or not. And if I do, I'm not even sure I can read it, to be honest with you. Down below the number 20, that looks like something there, but I'm not sure I can even read it, even when I zoom in. I'm not sure that is the brand of the car. I don't think it is. But who knows? I'm not sure what this team runs. I know in NASCAR that the last time I heard of this team was they were running Chevrolets, but I'm not sure if Chevy is even in F1. I don't think it is. But I'm not sure. So once again, here are your two cars. You have a number 20 and number 27. And once again, the numbers are on the side of the engine covers, 20, 27, and right there on the nose. 20 down there below, and then 27 here on top. So, everything else seems to be the same on them, just besides the number. And once again, there's no driver's name on this. And I'm not sure why they don't specify a driver. Because as I said, I've heard of like the Ferrari race team with Tony Schumacher. And I do know that... Sorry, I had to yell at my dog for a minute for barking too much. So, anyways, I lost track of what I was saying. So, anyways, yeah, these are very nicely done cars. And once again, as I said, I don't see any difference in them. And I was mentioning that I do know who Tony Schumacher was. I believe it was F1 that he drove in for the Ferrari team. And I also know that the Barago F1 stuff that they have drivers' names on the cars. I forget the guy's name that drove the Ferrari that I had, but it was on there. So I'm not sure why Hot Wheels is not specifying a name on these cars now. If it's because it was last season and things change from season to season, I don't know. So anyways, that is the Haas Racing ones. And then we have one set left, and they are sponsored by, well, Alpine, but I don't know. I think the racing team itself is BWT Alpine F1 team. And this as you can see, the number is there, but it's very hard to see. Number 31, because it is kind of ghosted into that pink and white and black, but the numbers are very small. And once again, I don't see a vehicle name. I see Castrol Oil, I see Alpine and such, but I don't see any brand of a vehicle that is obvious like Honda was on the Red Bull ones. So this thing is done in a matte black with the pink and blue. It kind of contrasts very good together. So you have number 10 and number 31 for this team. And once again, no name of a driver or anything like that. And then if you look here, the card art on these are very nicely done. You get a front view of the vehicle. And another thing I forgot to point out is the helmets of the drivers, which is really cool. You have the helmet of the driver inside the vehicle cockpit, so that is really cool. The Haas Racing ones are kind of hard to see. We'll take a look at that again, and we'll take a look at one of the Red Bull ones while we're looking at this, and we'll move the BWT guys down here. So the BWT one is easy to see because it is a vibrant pink color, and then the Red Bull one is also like a very bright white and red. But the Haas one is just white, and all around the cockpit is white, so it's really hard to see it compared to the others. It's not that hard to see, but it's a little less obvious than the other ones. So once, again, the front of the card has a picture of the car, and that almost looks like a skull if you look at it. The roll bar on the front of these, that kind of looks cool. Especially on this one, it does look just like a skull almost. That is pretty sweet. And then on the back of the card, it doesn't really state anything either. I forgot to do that on each of these, but it just says celebrate the 2024 Formula One season. And it tells you what car it is and shows you the race number, and then says colors and decorations may vary and so forth. And then the copyright stuff for sponsors, F1 and Hot Wheels. So, guys, that's pretty much it for your Series 1 F1 cars. You got 2 of each, and they look identical except for the race number as far as what I can see. But if you know any other differences, please note it in the comments. Let me know. Once again, as I said, I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to these open wheel cars. So, guys, that is it for today. We will be back again on Monday for our Mopar Monday. We have some older Mopars to crack open for you, so be sure to tune in for that. Thanks for watching, guys.